BoxBox Hub is an absolute essential for any Formula One fan, and the entire app with new widgets, statistics, localized race schedules, and countdowns, you name it. They even have support for Apple's new live activities feature with real-time updates during a race right on the lock screen, and honestly, some of the best looking widgets I've seen.
Happy Hump Day, everyone. Welcome to Formula 2, and we are here in Qatar once again for the fourth and final day of ALR's visit to what has been a superlative last 3 days. Been a very tough and challenging event as well, hasn't it, for the Formula 1 drivers? Now it's time for the Formula 2 drivers to have a go at this very tough and demanding course set around here. We've got the medium and the hard tyres there. Remember that the tyres have fallen apart over the past 3 days, which made for some very interesting racing. I've loved every single minute of the tyre deg in the first 3 races, which have been fantastic stuff indeed. Hopefully we get going in a minute. Of course, the format for Formula 2. If you're new to Formula 2, of course, a single shot qualifying. All these drivers have got just one attempt then to get their time on the board, and 2 points is up for grabs then if you want to be on pole position then. And of course the race itself, we've got a sprint race then, which is 12 laps long rather than 10 like we've had in Formula 1, and that is 10 points for the win and 1 point for fast lap. And then of course it's the top 8 that scores, and then in the feature race then it's the standard 25 points for first, 1 point for 10th position. Then of course you also get fastest lap for the get a point for fast lap as well, which is good stuff indeed. And we could potentially crown a champion here tonight there. The first championship is up for grabs then this season in ALR Season 9 then, which is the Formula 2 Championship. The first ever time that ALR has to put on Formula 2. Unfortunately, though, not many people are interested tonight, unfortunately, which is a bit of blow because I rushed back especially for this. So there we go. Never mind, I've got the 13 drivers for company nonetheless said. But Troy, the bottom line is today that Toy Coin has to get within 78 points, I believe. Something along those lines. Anyway, he has to get within 78 points of Troy if he wants to win the Formula 2 Championship here tonight there. Keep the championship alive here tonight for Toy Coin. So it's all very much in Toy Coin's hands, technically, so to speak then. So of course that is his aim then. So he has to score at least 23 points then for Toy Coin to keep this championship alive. Team Championship very much far away then. I don't think the Team Championship is going to be sorted out tonight. Might be sorted out next week in Brazil. Otherwise, it might go on to Abu Dhabi, which would be quite cool, wouldn't it? Anyway, let's go for the Drivers and Teams Championship. As we mentioned, Troy then 101 points in front of Toy Coin, 309 for Troy, 208 there for Toy Coin. Of course, if Troy wins here tonight, of course, that will be another Formula 2 Championship. Another championship in the bag. Then it'll be the Formula 2 Championship in the bag now for Toy Coin, which would be good stuff indeed. R2 in third position there on 128 points, 27 behind Toy Coin. Serious Mushroom on 151, 30 behind R2 Vestier in fifth position. Vestier's got MIA this week, but on 123 points. X Gamer has been missing in action for quite a number of weeks now in Formula 2. He is 6 on 105 points. 91 for Farp. He has been an absolute revelation in the Formula 2 machine, hasn't he? He's really set some impressive performances, and he has moved himself right up to 7th in only 6 races. Good stuff there. Knowlesy in 8th position on 58 points, 54 for Kai Dao, who's unfortunately unable to race now. We got Jinner in 10th position and Moomin in 11th position, both on 47 points apiece, both in the Virtuosi as well. Good stuff indeed there. Virtuosi has really turned the corner since Moomin's got on board. Sick as Muck in 12th position on 36 points, 35 for Lucas Percy, 32 for Martin, Martin, 29 for Reflections, Gordo on 16, 5 for Camaro, 4 for Vintage, no points for Crusher T or Kaz at the moment. Teams Championship, Carling are in the lead by 26 points then on 403 points there. Campos in second now, 26 points away. Then we've got a massive gap between second and third. It's 132 points separates Campos and High Tech. They're on 245, 223 for the Dams team there. Only 22 points behind High Tech. They might be able to steal a march there. ART, only 15 points back. ART. Then of course they've had superstars in two different parts of Formula 2 with Farf and Luke, haven't they? So of course Luke is gone to Australia now, and Farf has stepped up quite nice in the ART. And of course ART might be able to finish in the top four after all said and done. Virtuosi in at sixth position, 30 points adrift of the ART. PHM Formula No Charus, if you've been watching since the beginning, they're seventh on 275 on 128. Apologies, I was reading the wrong column. 110 points for the MP Motorsport team, 18 points away from the PHM. Prima on 74 points, 70 points for the Trident, who are now rock bottom, unfortunately, after losing Lucifer, unfortunately. Right then, as we get going in for the start of the qualifying session, which is good stuff for me because I've got through all the stuff indeed. And hello, good evening to you, Kaz. Hello to you, Gordo, as well in the old comment section as well. I must admit, I think I'm in very fine Vettel today. I think I'm anyway. Sam Green makes his debut in Formula 2 for good stuff indeed. So Troy is not in here at the moment. And if he's not in here, then that means that Toy Coin might needs to score at least 23 points to keep the championship alive going into Brazil. By the way, if you hear a rubbing in the background, oh goodness me, that sounds bad. If you hear a rubbing in the background, it's actually me trying to rub my hands together. I refuse to put my heater on at the moment because it costs an arm and a leg there. As we've been used to Qatar in the night, now it's Qatar in the late afternoon. Fantastic, isn't it? Looking forward to that then. But yeah, one shot qualifying, 2 points up for grab. Toy Coin has been the measuring stick of qualifying so far this season. 7 pole positions in 9 qualifying attempts for Toy Coin. Really good stuff indeed. Can he produce the goods once again then? So we're going to be on board with Sam Green in the in the car that is not actually on the grid for Formula 2. So yeah, oh dear, that's not good, is it? Never mind. Right then, 14 cars there on the grid then. Of course, this is the lowest turnout in ALR history of 14, which is quite shameful then. I think the lowest you had before was actually 16, which I can't remember the races, but I know one of them was Australia one year. Sixth amount currently faster with Nosey, second amount, Toy Coin now in third. Remember, Toy Coin has been on pole position every time he's qualified, apart from 2 races then. So Toy Coin very much in fine battle. Sam Green is unfortunately validated his time then, so he is done and dusted. Hang on, let me see if I can catch up with the leader, which is Toy Coin. There he is in the Campos car. If I got me a sound on, I haven't done that, it's just me on the TV. Toy Coin then, of course, as I mentioned, 20. He's got to score at least 23 points here tonight. Then he can get 2 points. He can get 20. He can get 2 of those 23 points now in the Campos. And here he is then, and he's tackling at the middle part of the course there. Accelerates away. Nosey is in second. And remember, the person who gets pole position for the feature race has to start 10th in the sprint, which is coming up in just a jiffy. The moment then is Gordo will be starting first there for the sprint. Then now into the fast part of the circuit. Kaz out of qualifying, unfortunately down in 13th. Sam Green will be 13th, but nope, for Sam Green will be 14th. But Gordo had a microwave meal for me. Like fish, didn't expect there to be any points. And just to clarify, the bones weren't actually blooded. I was going to say, good job indeed there, Gordo. Goodness gracious me, I thought you might have been the better. Out of the final turn then, as Toy Coin across the line, and he is on pole position then for the Qatar feature race, and that's 2 points for Toy Coin, and that means he's now got to score 21 points then over the next 2 races, and to keep the championship alive going into Brazil in a week's time now. 9/10 of a second now on pole position. The pole position then for the sprint will be Kaz, with Martin alongside him on row 1 there. Let's get on with the race, shall we? So congratulations to Toy Coin then in 10 qualifying attempts, and he's been on pole position 8 times there. Goodness gracious me, that's a fantastic attempt indeed, isn't it? Hey everyone, Moomin is saying good evening to you, Moomin. They've gave us hards this week then. Hey Sean, I'm coming from vengeance tonight after my awful performance last night, and that certainly is awful as well. Serious Mushroom, evening, good evening to you, Serious Mushroom. What was I saying before we qualifying started and we was rudely interrupted? Hang on, I'm losing my voice. That's better. Yes, I'm in fine fettle tonight because I've just read a article on Sky Sports about Cadillac. General Motors Cadillac are going to be building their own F1 engine in 2028. They have to give 4 years, don't they? Notice to the FIA, which is fantastic. Why is that fantastic? I hear you ask. Because then that means that would give Andretti more of a oomph now to hopefully get their bid over the line. Which I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest, and let's not beat around the bush. The only reason why they have not been allowed in with open arms is because the F1 teams are greedy, to be honest, aren't they? I kind of understand about the concern about current teams going under, and they have to add something to the Formula One show, especially with Formula One making a profit now. But Andretti is a much more fruitful team, and adds a bit more, I think, to the sport than, no disrespect to the Haas team, but they do add a bit more now, a lot more now, don't they? Andretti do, I feel, and of course and Williams as well. That hurts me because Williams is a fantastic team then, and I would hate to see Williams go off the grid. But yeah, at the moment, I think Andretti for me should be welcoming with open arms into Formula One. But there we go. I know you're just about blinded at the second to last corner, and I love how slow I am in these cars. Gordo is saying, and yeah, same here. I couldn't see where to break that. And this is Sam Green's first ever F2, so he'll apologise that he's in 13th position now on the grid. There, don't worry about that, Sam. Glad you're here. Look at me qualifying in the top three. Next Schumacher here. Well, we're all going to run out of fuel in the feature race then as well. Serious Mushroom said. Of course, Serious Mushroom got a P2 last week night, didn't they? Or was it P3? I can't remember now. I've slept since then. I had to make a very quick dash to go to sleep last night because I was up at 5 this morning. So yeah. Right. Kaz then is first, and for the sprint. Look how slow this formation lap is. Goodness gracious me. Kaz there is not keen to get going in the Prima. Martin is alongside him on row 1, and Martin is flown off there in the Dams car. Looking, he is getting ready to go then. Gordo, as he said, he's the next Schumacher. Let's hope he means Michael Schumacher and not Ralph or Mick Schumacher. He is currently third on the grid. Then Moomin is fourth. Fifth position, Moomin, as he mentioned in the comments there, had a diabolical race last night, didn't he? Fifth position is R2 Beat. Sixth position is Serious Mushroom. Sick as Muck, the only driver on medium tyres there. Interesting stuff there for Sick as Muck in the newly named PHM team. Eighth position is Camaro. Got a Jinner in ninth position. Toy Coin, who's now got to score 21 points to keep the championship alive. 11th position is Farfar. As I said, it's been a revelation in the F2 cars. Knowlesy, the only carling team in the event tonight. They could potentially lose the lead in the in the team's championship tonight. Sam Green, as we mentioned there, a very late entry there, so he has had no practice at all. Then, but good luck to Sam B. Green now, who is on a high as well, and after a win last time out in Japan. Was it Japan? It was Japan. And then, of course, Reflections in 14th position. And 14 cars on the grid. As I said, this is the lowest number of cars ever started in an ALR race then, which is, I must say that anything lower than 15, I think, is pretty poor. Unfortunately, got 14 cars tonight then, but who's on the brakes then, isn't it? Right, didn't need to say that out loud, Sean. Haha, I'm joking. Don't worry about that movement, of course. Unfortunately, every driver that I've commentated on, I always seem to bring up the negative side. Serious Mushrooms had that for several years now. Lights out, we go here in Qatar for the sprint. Of course, 14 cars dash down into turn 1. Kaz has kept the lead then, whilst Gordo is using the slipstream of the Prima car to try and get up into second position. He has. Kaz has outbraked himself, and Gordo's gone through the middle middle, straight through between Martin and Kaz. But Kaz is back on the inside now and will retake the lead in this Formula 2 race there, with Martin in third, R2B up into fourth position, moving up fifth position. Keep an eye on Toy Coin, who's up eighth position as well. There's I think that's Reflections there off in the background in the MP Motorsport. Martin now in third position all over the back there. And of course, after commentating on an F1 for over the past couple of days, this feels very pedestrian-like in Formula 2, does there? As Moomin and R2B are going side by side there out of turn 5 or 6. I still don't know the corner numbers around here. I'll hopefully get used to it, but this time next season. Moomin there on the inside then, as he's going to force R2B off the circuit. They are very close then, but no cigar. And moving up into fourth position there, but we've now got Sick as Muck then also all over the back as well. Sick as Muck there, pushing R2B there, pushing him again there, and unfortunately that's contact there, and I think that Sick as Muck there was very keen to get going and very keen to overtake there, but both drivers have lost an unbelievable amount of time, and unfortunately Sick as Muck spun R2B and down to the back of the field he goes there, as Sick as Muck's also got a 3-second penalty for his trials there. He was keen to get going, I think, on this race, and wasn't he? As of course he's on the medium compound tyres and wanted to really make hay whilst those medium tyres was in a prime window. The final turn then Kaz leads then. Second position is Gordon. Kaz trying to break the slipstream, that's why he's gone to the inside, but Gordon is following him along. DRS will be available at the end of the second lap then. Kaz then is got a fast lap of the race as well. Here comes movement up the inside into turn 1 there. It's a very long turn turn 1 here. Movement's going to go up the inside because Martin's gone wide there. Martin's gone wide and the Dams is going to have a sneak up the inside. He is, you know, and Martin is back through. Movement's going to have to give him a car's whip there. He does. Movement does run out wide, but he has the inside for turn 3. And Martin well off the circuit there. We don't rent that part of the circuit, but Martin got back on the inside as well. Sick as Muck has got damage, unfortunately, and that is disappointing indeed there, as Martin dropped down to 4th. Now we got more battling now. It's Serious Mushroom, who is of course very much on the high after that incredible race last night. In 5th position there, Farf has been forced out wide, and it's now down to 6 out Farf in the ART, and Farf is going for it in the inside there. Serious Mushroom, great awareness there from Serious Mushroom. He turned out of that right-hander there, didn't he? Because he's seen Farf coming. Who is that off there? And that is Camero and Jinner off the circuit, and oh dear, and both drivers have cost themselves an abundance amount of time, and R2B trying to get himself back in this one as well. Qatar's off the circuit. Those go R2B. This is going to be a tough race there, like it was in Japan last week there, I feel, because it is a tough old race, isn't it, in these Formula 2 machines. Are on board of R2B now. Serious Mushroom has got past Martin. Martin's lost 2 positions here. Farf is trying to go on the outside in the ART. He is through. Martin down to 6th position there, but he's going to have a look on the inside there, but no dice there. Out to the final turn. DRS will now be available at the end of this lap. Kaz is already out of DRS range, and so is Gorda at DRS of movement. And Serious Mushroom does have Farf within his DRS window there, which might be a concern. Here's Toy Coin all over the back of Sam B. Green there. The latest, newest, no he isn't. I was going to say the latest, newest winner in ALR. He is the latest, newest winner in ALR in Gold. The latest, newest race winner in ALR, as Knowlesy, goodness me, almost wearing Reflections MP Motorsport car out of turn 2. The newest driver is, of course, the newest winning driver, of course, is Key, who had a superlative performance last night. And goodness me, there was tears of joy and pain in last night's race. So we have punches as well. And I must say, thinking about that race last night in bronze, I do feel like looking back on it, there is it's Toy Coin there. I thought he got caught up there in Martin trying to get back on the go back for the undercut. Toy Coin is through and up into 7th position there. That's 2 points there for Toy Coin now. Good stuff indeed. Of course, he cannot keep himself in the championship in this race, but the points but he is counting down the points, and this is a good opportunity there for Toy Coin to maybe reel in Troy. It is still, it's Zixi, we believe in Ralph. I think it should say, we believe in Toy Coin, as Toy Coin is trying to keep the challenge alive in the championship. As I mentioned then, he needs to score 21 points then in the next 2 races here tonight to keep the championship going on into Brazil. By the way, that may not be the correct mass, but that is certainly a figure in the air guess kind of thing. I did get my calculator out as well, as Knowles mentioned there, that Troy could win tonight if he does score a certain number of points then. Toy Coin out of the final turn then, and Gordo has had a miserable lap there. He's lost, he's now 3/10 of a second in front of Movement now. Serious Special has set the fast up the race. They're flying at the moment now. He's found a 10.2 over Farf at the moment. We know how quick Farf is in the Formula 2 machines. Here comes Jinner on the outside. We've also got reflections on the inside of Martin as well. Martin there hanging it on then, but I think Martin is just dropping down the order. He's struggling, I think Martin is out there. This is a very tough circuit. It really is. This Qatar race. We're about a third of the way through this sprint race, and as you can see, the sun is beginning to set in the distance, and we have got 2 Red Bulls for the price of 1 here. Neither drivers are actually driving the Red Bull. They're both driving different cars there, and Jenner on the outside, inside there, up a position, and he's also trying to go on the inside of Martin here. This is no points yet. Who's that? I think Toy Coin has got past Green now, and up into 6th position there. That is 3 points there for Toy Coin now, and that is looking very good indeed there. Good stuff. Jenner in 9th and getting past Martin and Knowles. 2 for the price of 1. He must shop at Asda. Fantastic. Moving now in the podium positions there, but Gordo is going to be feeling very vulnerable here because he has a Ninja and a Mushroom behind him now. There he is, and there's Farf in the background. There he is. Farf is a second out there. Farf not being able to keep up with this battle there, but the more they battle here, the more Farf is going to be happy with that. There's Knowles, he has got past, and Martin is now side by side with R2B. Not anymore. Martin down into 12th position there, really struggling out there at this moment in time then. Sickest Mike there, the only driver to start on the medium tires, unfortunately had an early issue with R2B, had to come in the pits, and because he came in the pits, that's really hamstrung his challenge here tonight. Down in 14th position there for Sickest Mike, unfortunate, and he's had to go into the hard tyres now for this race. He will have a lap of younger tyres. Toy Coin set a fast up race, and that's an additional point. And we're keeping an eye on the points there, of course, because remember that Toy Coin is trying to keep the championship alive going into Brazil, as R2B has had a swapper there, and a handful of opposite lock there in the dams, and Martin now might be able to get back past him here. Camera also all over the gearbox of the dams car as well. Martin having a snip, but nothing more than that, as Camaro also having a look up the inside there. Goodness me, I thought Camaro was going to have a go there, and they tried it there on board there once again with Camaro. Love the helmet design, of course. It's traditional for Camaro to have the red and white helmet, very much Nicky Lauder-esque. The helmet design is for Camaro racer there. Absolutely love it there. That's his signature. Farf has got a 3-second penalty. That is not his signature there for Farf, albeit well, certainly not in the modern day ALR, is it there? So back in the yesteryear, he did come collect penalties, didn't he, Farf did? However, he's really cleaned up his performances over the last for a couple of seasons. I think 22 and 23, Farf has been really back on the up, hasn't he? There, and it's really good to see for Farf winning the last two seasons as well. Then in Formula 1. Then this is Formula 2, though, of course. So very much old school, isn't it? This is, of course, because. Back in the day, Formula 1 drivers used to drop down to Formula 2, didn't they, to race in Formula 2 machinery, and they also used to race in like the Indy 500 as well, and all that kind of stuff. And so, yeah, that was pretty cool, wasn't it, way back then? And we got something similar then in ALR. As they come across the line in half distance now in this sprint event, DRS is now available. Look at Farf, he's all of a sudden come alive now, Farf has, and he is going to be, and look in the background, that's Toy Coin. He cannot afford to be in an incident. However, now Toy Coin also knows that he needs to get some points. Well, look, there it is. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth position. There he is in the background. And we can even see Sam Green in his debut in Formula 2 tonight in 7th position there. And pretty good stuff from the top 7. This is going to Constantina, I think, in what could be a absolutely incredible final second half of the race and here in the sprint. And this is looking good. Toy Coin now is looking pretty on song here. Kaz is just about staying out of DRS range at the moment, isn't he? My word, Kaz is very much he's very much teasing Gordo at the moment, as it keeps yo-yoing around there for the coming into the DRS and out of the DRS. And look at this though, as Reflex got 3-second penalty, back on board now with movement in the Virtuosi car, and Gordo is going to have to really get defensive. I think that he may struggle to keep this second position down the start-finish straight. maybe even before that. And go moving there, going on the inside, contact there, and there's an incident. Unfortunately, moving there. I think that might have been a day late and a dollar short. Moving. I've seen debris come off of one car as Jinner's gone through, and in 7th position there, Toy Coin, who got damaged there. Serious Mushroom, I think, clouted the back of Moomin's Virtuosi car, and I'm sure someone got damaged. I don't know who it was. Out of the final turn then, and there's no need to go into the pitch. You're going to just lose too much time, I think, then, so you're going to have to deal with that. And now is now Serious Mushroom, unfortunately, a sitting ducks. He's got no DRS, and here's Farf coming through as well. Farf is going to have a double overtake here. Goodness me, I'm on the wrong car. Farf is now on the inside of Gordo. Gordo hanging tough on the outside. Farf is going to go on the outside for turn 3. That might be a better option. No, then, as Gordo cuts across there, Farf is going very much right underneath the gearbox. Toy Coin then right behind his teammate now. Farf has had a better run then, and he's going out the inside into the. He is. But Gordo there staying on the outside, but Farf has got the inside once again. This is great racing, and Gordo's got a 3-second penalty. That is going to hurt. And now we got Serious Mushroom also involved as well. That Toy Coin now, who will probably be hoping that these drivers kind of get out of his way here. And now Serious Mushroom up the inside there. Gordo is getting hung out to dry here now. And Serious Mushroom is through. And now the second Campos. Remember, Campos could take the lead in the team's championship tonight with a big score. Of course, Knowles are the second car, the only car link in this race. In 9th position, no points at the moment. Back on board the man to keep the championship alive. And Toy Coin now, is he going to have a look? Not quite. Then is that this was the corner last time around there. I think it was this one here, was there, where Moomin had a sniff on the inside. Unfortunately, that didn't pay off. Now Farf is up into second position. That has helped Kaz tremendously with 5 laps to go. Kaz has got no DRS to worry about. However, Farf is going to have to catch, pass, and then find 3 seconds. Serious Mushroom doesn't, of course, and so Serious Mushroom could be sitting pretty here. Let's see the pace that Kaz has got. And now we've got Green also involved in the battle as well. Green in the first race of this Formula 2 car is having an absolute revelation out there. Fantastic. Toy Coin now all over the back of Gordo. Gordo's got DRS as well. That is, he's going to go into the inside of turn 1. Not quite. That is follow the leader through turn 1. Oh, and Green now has gone well wide there, and Serious Mushroom up into second position, is he? No, not quite. This is an incredible battle for second position then, and look at it, this is how, there's Kaz, look at that, he's almost 3 seconds up the road now, and we got 4 laps to go in this sprint race. It's a fantastic race, I'm loving this, fantastic, they're all over each other's gearboxes. Serious Mushroom's on a good run, he's got to have a go, he's got to go down the hairpin, has he done it? Toy Coin up the inside of Gordo, I'm not sure if they make contact there, but it's still, I can't believe I'm saying that, but it's still as you worse. Goodness gracious me. Fantastic racing. Absolutely incredible. The gloves are certainly up now, as there's not a lot of difference between these 4 drivers, as Serious Mushroom is fighting for second position with Gordo and Toy Coin alongside as well. Green is now back within a second after his mistake in turn 1. That just shows how much they're holding each other up here. Kaz has found another couple of tenths on this lap alone there. They are just crawling all over the back of each other. Gordo now in 4th position there, but he'll have DRS once again off the back of Mushroom and Farf. Kaz has had an issue somewhere. He's lost almost 8-9 tenths of a second on this lap. 3 laps to go at the end of this one here. It is going to be very much squeaky bum time now for any of these drivers out of the final turn there. Kaz lap 9 then. Farf lap 9. Serious Mushroom lap 9. Toy Coin now lap 9 then. Toy Coin now through. Remember Toy Coin then. Oh, contact there. Contact again. The wheels are rubbing down into turn 1. Gordo's got some straight line speed in that car, but Toy Coin up the inside now. Has he done it? He's done it. Yes, he is through, passes the PHM. Now he has Serious Mushroom just up in front of him as well. And there is Serious Mushroom. Look, Kaz has lost a second, hasn't he? Because now they're coming at Kaz at quite a rate of knots there. Toy Coin is out of DRS range. He's going to have an almighty second split time. Here comes Sam Green and at the back of the field, now up into 6th position in the VAR card. And I don't mean the video assistant referee, which I should probably not say that. That's almost like swearing on YouTube, isn't it? Shocking behaviour indeed. But Sam B. Green all over the back now of Gordo. Oh gosh. Gap is now under 2 seconds there. Farfin, Serious Mushroom are coming at Kaz quite quickly. Moon's got a 3-second penalty. We'll take a look at the penalties now then. We've just just a handful of laps to go in this one there. 1.7 seconds is the gap then, and here they come flying past me once again. I love that camera shot. It's absolutely fantastic there. Really a lovely scene-setting camera that one is there. Oh my word. Oh, Mushroom's gone wide there. He doesn't want to pick up a 3-second penalty. That will cost him second position. At the moment, as things stand, it'll be Campos second and third, which means that they are reeling Campos. They're reeling the Carling team. They will not be in front of the Carling, but I think they'll be about 12 points behind them. By the way, that's a very rough guesstimate. I didn't use my fingers there, mainly because I can't use my fingers standing up. Across the line then, lap 10. Sam V Green is now past Gordo. There he goes, thank goodness me. Cuts across the PHM car and up into fifth position. There goes Green. Gordo having a sniff there, but nothing more. Jenner is into a superb 7th position, which will make 6. And remember that Knowlesy is also on the cusp of points as well, with no penalties. Penalties for reflection, R2B, Camaro, sick as mud. Gordo and Farfa, the 2 drivers who also get penalties as well. And Moomin then all in the top 8, of course, which is not ideal at all. Now it's under a second. Farf is under a second of Kaz. Kaz has lost an abundance amount of time here, and I think it's Kaz thrown as he chewed through his tyres too quickly in this one. Oh my goodness gracious me. But Serious Mushroom then has a chance of victory as well. Kaz is limping in the Prima car. That is not ideal at all. Kaz has not had a podium this season, nor a race, nor a win even then, but this has been a superb performance from Kaz at the moment. However, with just 3 laps to go, it's starting to come unraveled now here in Qatar. Jinner's got a penalty. That could be costly for Jinner. He's going to have to catch and pass Gordo now if he wants that 6th position there, unfortunately for Jinner. Knowlesy might get in front of both Shirosi cars there, which will help Carling and Knowlesy. No end in the Drivers and Teams Championship. This is the battle for the lead then. It is Kaz, Farf, Mushroom and Toy Coin there. Sam Green's got a 3-second penalty there. Goodness me, that's costly there. It's all about now getting no penalties there. Mushroom was one of only a handful of drivers not to get any penalties last night. Toy Coin all over the back of his teammate, and Toy Coin trying to go up and under. It's Serious Mushroom going to let his teammate through there. He's wiggling back and forward there. And now here comes Toy Coin there. I must say that it's a very difficult position for Mushroom to be in, because Mushroom will surely want to go for the win there, but Toy Coin is going for the championship, albeit it's a big stretch for Toy Coin to win the championship, even with Troy not racing here tonight there, because Troy has been magnificent in this championship. Whoa, what happened there? I'm not sure what happened there. Toy Coin off the circuit. And I don't know who, I'm sure it might have been Farf's car. It was Farf or Kaz's car that just appeared right in front of Toy Coin there. And that has lost Toy Coin. I think he might have damaged the car, you know. And I'm not sure whose car it was there, but goodness me. I think it might have been, I didn't see it very well, did I? It was a red car, that's all I know, but it could have been Farf, it could have been Kaz. However, unfortunately, that random car appearing and disappearing has completely ruined Toy Coin's momentum and has lost out to Serious Mushroom. And now Kaz then has just got 2 more laps to go in this race then to win his first ever Formula 2 race of his career. And what a way to do it here in the venue of Qatar. But he does have Farf all over his gearbox, but Farf does have a 3-second penalty. Serious Mushroom doesn't now, and I think if Serious Mushroom stays behind Farf, then that is going to be music to the ears of as Jinner all over the back of Gordo, through passes Gordo and up into 6th position. He needed to make that move. He has made the move. And up into 6th he goes, and Toy Coin is back in DRS range now. We're on the final lap now as we come out of the final turn. Now this is lap 11. We're going to enter lap 12. Gordo is back past Jinner. Incredible. We missed that. That would have been an almighty overtake. Mushroom is through. Mushroom's all over the back now. They're all concertina. Here they come. They're down into turn 1. Then Farf is going for it. He's having a look into turn 1 on the outside. No! Kaz still leads this race, and he is fighting, but Kaz knows he's got a 3-second penalty. Kaz, can he play it safe here? I'm not sure if he can, you know. And Farf on the outside now. Kaz is almost forcing him off the road there. Farf is not one to be forced off the circuit too easy, is he? Oh, and Kaz off the circuit there. Oh dear, and on the last lap, heartbreak for Kaz and Farfare. I feel that Kaz was defending quite heavily there. Potentially, I don't think he needs to defend so heavily. That's just my personal opinion, anyway. However, but Kaz is going to be devastated with that, and he might still get a podium here, but Sam Green's all over his gearbox. Kaz has got no penalties. Serious Mushroom is on the cusp then to win his first sprint race of his career and of the season as well then, but Toy Coin now is all over his gearbox then, and of course Toy Coin, this is music to his ears. Toy Coin then has got to score 21 points then, and he's going to score 7 in this race then, which will mean that he'll only need to score 14 more in the feature race as well, but that means so he needs to at least finish third in the feature race and to keep the championship going on for one more race, for at least one more race in Brazil. But that is still a very hard, difficult task to do that. That's if he finishes where he is at the moment. This is the last corner. Farf is going to come across the line first, but it's yellow flags there for Gordo out of the final turn, and Serious Mushroom. It's going to be a crowd. I think it's going to be a look at this, and Toy Coin's coming with Serious Mushroom, who wins the sprint race here in Qatar. With Toy Coin second, it's a Campos 1-2. Nolte has made his way up in the third position. Kaz potentially could have and should have won this race there, but him and Farf came to blows then. On first inspection, I thought that Kaz possibly defended a bit too hard there, potentially, against Farf, especially Farf having a 3-second penalty. However, though, it's easier said than done, isn't it? It's easier said than done when you're from the outside the car. But Serious Mushroom, his first sprint race win of his career in the Campos. It's a 1-2 for the Campos team as well. Toy Coin has now got to score 14 more points in the feature race to keep the championship alive in Brazil in a week's time then in Formula 2. Well, podium, yes, Kaz is saying that. I got to be honest, I was disappointed. I thought Kaz may have had that one. If he let Farf go, potentially, he may have been able to win that race. But Kaz are on the podium for the first time this season. Serious Mushroom's first sprint race win the season, and that is Toy Coin's... where am I? Hang on a minute, and that's Toy Coin. I was on a roll up till then. And that's Toy Coin's third podium in the sprint race as well. Well done, old chap. Should have been mine. Haha, I'm joking then. Should have been Chaz's win, to be fair. Serious Mushroom is saying, and sorry, Gordo, Kaz's win, to be fair. And back across the line. I'm so sorry, man. Then nah, it's all right. My bad. I was probably cutting across a bit too much there. Well done, everyone. Good race. Sorry about my mistake there. Good job, Mushroom. Kaz is saying there. And you're really good stuff indeed. As there is the classification then from the sprint there, and actually I think Toy Coin now only needs to finish fourth with fastest up there to keep the championship alive, but he doesn't want to do the minimum. He wants to do the maximum to still have a hope of the championship. Right, Serious Mushroom, his first ever sprint race win in Formula 2, his first ever race win in Formula 2 as well, under the ALR guys. His second position, Toy Coin, third Kaz, fourth Farf, fifth Sam B. Green on his debut, fantastic. Knowles in sixth position, keeping Carling's team championships hopes going then. Both first races 7 and 8, but Reflections, RTB, Camera, Gordo, Martin, and Sick as Muck then. No retirements there in the sprint.
BoxBox Hub is an absolute essential for any Formula 1 fan, and the entire app with new widgets, statistics, localized race schedules, and countdowns, you name it. They even have support for Apple's new live activities feature with real-time updates during a race right on the lock screen, and honestly, some of the best looking widgets I've seen.
As Kaz said, he should have let Farf go. He was worried about Mushroom. To be honest, it's easier said than done, though, isn't it? From up here on my old pedestal stool up here, because I was saying that Kaz possibly should have let Farf go, shouldn't he? There, but because Mushroom was the danger. However, 16 laps by the way for the feature. However, of course, it is easier said than done. When you're in the heart of battle, you don't want to let anyone go through, do you? Right, so then let's go through the grid, shall we, for the feature race now of Formula 2, and the points. Said if you can have a maximum of 26 points like in Formula 1. Toy Coin now has got the championship, has scored He needs to score 13 more points to keep the championship alive. I'm going to keep repeating that. So Toy Coin needs to be very much head down and really pushing now. He is on at pole position then for the start of the feature race. Second position is Jinner. Can he get some good points for himself and the Virtuosi team? Camaro in third. Good qualifying for Camaro. Camaro's always been a one-lap specialist. He's been superb. Can he get that race performance in? Sigas Murky in fourth position there. Looks strong on the opening couple laps, but he made contact with R2B. Mushroom, our newest winner in Formula 2, in fifth position. He is on medium tyres. And R2B in sixth position with Moomin seventh on hards, along with R2B. Gordo in eighth position, gone medium. Martin in ninth. Kaz in 10th position there in the Primo with Farf in 11th. 12th is Knowlesy on medium. 13th is Sam B. Green with Reflections down in 14th position there. Only 14 cars, so that means I had a very easy formation lap then. Goodness gracious me then. And of course, so we've got usually it's the alternative strategy that does well in Formula 2, isn't it? Where you go from hards to where you go from the harder tire to the softer tire, so to speak. That we got 4 drivers going for the opposite here. Knowlesy going for an attack of opening stint here, along with Gordo, Serious Mushroom, and Toy Coin. I think Toy Coin is going to get his head down, go sprint as hard as he can, then out in the lead. Get out of that DRS range, similar to what Sebastian Vettel used to do in his Red Bull days, and really then just get a pit stop out of the way so then he doesn't have any issues with safety cars or anything like that. However, remember though that if there is a late safety car, that could potentially help the drivers that are on the medium tyres then. So it's very much all up in the air. Out of the final turn then, and now let's see what now let's see then how this race transpires here in Qatar then. By the way, quick plug then for the weekend racing in ALR. It is at Qatar Circuit in America, another sprint race. As good as me, Toy Coin is very much locking that inside right front tyre quite hard there. As now then on the grid now, preparing themselves for the start there. 16 laps then. Farf has been disqualified. Reflections down in 14th position, and we'll go for the lights then for the start of the race there. And I've forgotten what I was saying, to be honest, and so let's get going, shall we then? As now then, let's get this race underway. 1 lights, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. There's a slight pause. And we are go here in Qatar. And, is that us? Kaz, who's gone right to the back of the field there. Camera's already up into second there. As Jinner has been bobbed down into third position there. And Toy Coin has lost out, believe it or not, on those medium tyres. So it's getting a bit squeezy in the middle. And now, as yellow flags in the background, Sigas Merc is around again, unfortunately. Sigas Merc at the back of the field. Camera is past Jinner and up into second position now. And there's Serious Mushroom also up into fourth. Good start there from a couple of drivers out there. Terrible start there for Sigas Merc, down 10 positions there. And that's a nightmare. Sam Green at 5 as well. And more yellow flags and Farf. Farf is gone, facing the wrong way. Farf is and Martin also spinning around as well. Jinner is past Camaro, or has he? Because Camaro is past Jinner then on the exit of turn 6 or 5. I have no idea where. I have no idea what is who's going where at the moment. Up the inside there, between a Jinner and Camera, we've got Serious Mushroom. Can he get a double win here? And Jinner up the inside there, going for broke. There isn't there. It's the accelerator. There they are. Goodness me, we're going to have to go on board because the camera's a bit was a bit rubbish there. Camera kind of cross motion there. Goodness gracious me, Camera is focusing on Jinner here as Toy Coin is 2.5 seconds out in front of the rest of the field at the moment. They are fighting hammer and tongs here as Gordo and R2B to fight. I think Gordo's got no front wing now, has he? He's got a lot of end plate damage there, kind of to complete the first lap here, and it's a 3-second gap already then, as it has been an almighty scrap there for the for second position. Then Serious Mushroom's had a great run out of the far turn on the medium tyres. Going to use those tyres to his advantage then. And we've also got Gordo, who is very much got a conga line behind him at the moment. That one completed the gap, 3.2 seconds already. Look at that gap. Look at that battle in the background. Let's go here. There's Sam B. Green. There's R2B then on the outside, on the inside then. Nope, staying as they were. That R2B is in the Dams car. Sam B. Green in 8th position, and then we've got Knowles in 9th, Reflections in 10th position. Kaz far for Sigas Merc and Martin on a bit of a difficult opening couple of laps or so then, but they are still in it, and that's the most important thing at the moment. Of course, no retirements in the opening race. R2B up the inside, a bit of contact, a bit of wheel banging there between the two cars. R2B Beat now up into 6th position there. Gordo is trying to go on the inside. He's going for it. He's having a look there. But R2 Beat was very much slamming the door shut there, wasn't he? He doesn't want. He knew what Gordo was doing there. And Sam and R2 Beat was having none of it. And now Sam B Green at the inside there of PHM car, and he is through as well. Gordo struggling as Camera has lost 2 positions. Has lost a position to Serious Mushroom. There they are, and then goodness me, it's getting very close. And Gordo is very much looking over his shoulder now. There is Gordo. There is Gordo. Then we got Knowlesy. We got Sam B Green in there as well. Look at this, a side by side between Knowlesy and Gordo. Gordo sides on the inside. How did he sell that car? That's beyond incredible. Fantastic there from Gordo. I thought he was going to sell off the circuit. Great stuff indeed. Great stopping power for the PHM car. Over the brow of the hill then, as we've got a couple of different trains now forming, haven't we? Pelotons, is that what they call in Tour de France, I believe, isn't it? Well, we've got a couple of different pelotons out there. We've got the leader, who's gone for a sprint, and then we've got Jinner, Serious Russian, Camero, and Moomin, who Moomin is now very much starting to ascend there. Knowlesy is starting to get past Gordo as well. It's wheel to wheel. Look at this, and you can hardly fit a £10 note between the 2 cars. But Gordo breaking so much later than Knowlesy. Knowlesy thinking better of it back in this battle here then. And look, Camero is struggling there. Once again, Camero, I wonder if Camero went a bit too hard in the opening lap there and has maybe burnt out his tyres ever so slightly. And he is on the hard, so he might be able to salvage out. Not ideal at all, because it's now DRS range of Serious Mushroom, and Serious Mushroom's got the bit between his teeth. Serious Mushroom loves this circuit, doesn't he? Of course, podium sitter last night, a winner earlier on in the sprint race, now in the feature race, all over the gearbox of Jinner. Serious Mushroom absolutely flying in this one. And what is going on behind here? Goodness gracious me. Now Knowlesy is through and up into 8th position. Reflections in car 1 in the MP Motorsport. He has gone wide though, because Favre could go up and under in the ART in the Tire Porcher car, and of course, which of course is the Sauber Junior driver up into 10th position. I don't think Favre is a Sauber Junior driver, as Alpine will be a bit disappointed by that then. But Favre now in 10th position, back in the points after facing the wrong way earlier on in this race. And so good recovery drive there from from Favre so far in this race. And Toy Coy now 5.5 seconds in front. Then absolutely incredible stuff. This is what Toy Coy needs in his battle to keep the championship alive. This is perfect news for Campos and for Toy Coy. Both Camposes are at the moment and now going to overthrow Carling for the lead in the team championship as well. It's a good somebody. That championship is very much still on tenterhooks here. Is it a Serious Rush? They're going this way and that way, going for the switchback. But Jinner did a very good job to neutralise that. And Jinner there, goodness gracious me. And I think there might have been a couple of Serious Rush on the inside there. And wow, incredible stuff indeed there. I think there might be a couple of changes of direction there for Jinner on the limit there, but I don't think it's beyond the limit. Oh goodness me, more banging wheels there. And my goodness me, it's getting very fruitful here. Moomin is now winning fourth for this day. He's off the circuit. Jinner on the inside again then. And Jinner is trying to pass Mushroom and contact there. And it's the sides the contact between Mushroom and Jinner. But Jinner, of course, the bronze champion there. It's now down into third position. Serious Mushroom up into second there. Wow, incredible stuff. Camero down into fifth now. Camero dropping down, unfortunately. He started on, I think he got up to second there. Now dropping down the order, unfortunately, in the Trident and last in the team's championship, so not ideal at all, is it there? Now, Serious Mushroom, I expect him to start to pull away at this stage. The tyre strategy is like this, medium tyre runners of Knowlesy and Gordo hasn't gone too well for Gordo. He's got damage there. Knowlesy has gone up a few positions in the Grand Prix, in the feature race. We have got both the car impulses going for the quicker tyre in the opening stages of this race there, and they really making it work very nice indeed. Toy Coin is there. Goodness me, he's almost 6.5 seconds, 7 seconds in front at the moment in this race. They're absolutely flying there. Now I've got the 2 PHMs then, which is very much the bread in the sandwich of Reflections there. So Reflections is the meat in the sandwich and all the cheese, depending on what you like in the inside of your sandwich. I do like a bit of ham and cheese, a bit of variety of spice and all that. A variety of spices, I want to call it. Well, there's certainly no spice in my ham and cheese. I'm a bit of a plain Jane, to be honest. I do like a bit of mayonnaise. What about Sickers Mike? What does he like in his sandwich? And he probably doesn't want an MP Motorsport in his sandwich. He wants to get past on the outside. Passes Reflections. A great job. That is a great maneuver. I love that from Sickers Mike. That's an absolutely spectacular maneuver there from the PHM car. And now up in to 11th position. He's on the outskirts of the points there. No penalties at the moment. Now, I think last race, so we had a lot of penalties there. Sickers Mike's past Gordo as well. I'm wondering if Gordo let his teammate through as he is limping at the moment. Gordo is there with damage there to the end plate of his Formula 2 car, unfortunately. And now we got Reflection on the snipper, but nothing more than that. Cars in 13th. Martin down in 14th position there, unfortunately. There's the race leader. You could be forgiven to think, where is Toycoin tonight? Well, he is in the race there, but he's very much dominating this race at the moment. Very much checked out up in front. Nolsey has been very much marched his way through the field. He is now in 8th position in the karting, all over the back of Sam B. Green, making his debut in Formula 2. Looks very much like it's very much a duck to water in the sprint. What about the feature now for Sam B. Green, going a bit wide? But that's no problem said. And Camera Racer's got the first penalty of the event in the feature. Unfortunately, that could be costly. We'll soon see how this one plays out there. But the race, the grid is very much spread out in this feature race. And then coming across again, of course, as I probably should have mentioned in the build-up to the into the race today, but there we go. Professional as always, and as you go down to turn one there, only one DRS there on the start-finish straight there. Sam B. Green just having a sniff on the inside of R2 beats them, but no dice there. Reflections as passes, and also on the swapper there. Reflections is past Gordo, and I'm until I'm finished. I think that Gordo is going to be thinking about pitting. I'm surprised that Gordo comes to the pits earlier on then, because surely the hard tire is going to go to the end from here on in then. So surely I think he'll be in the pits at the end of this up there for Gordo. There's Farf in 9th position. Having a difficult race tonight is Farf, but he is still very much in this one. Serious Rusher is now almost 2 seconds in front, and Gordo has dropped down into 13th position. And I think that Gordo is now going to very much have to, as Reflection's got a penalty there, there is Gordo down into 13th now, and I think he's going to have to change his wing into the air because that is a lot of damage to carry. And they were strong position once again. Wouldn't make goodness gracious. Nolsey is now in 8th position. I think the pit window would now be open, so anyone on the medium tyres may start to think about diving into the pits and throwing on a set of hard tyres, going for an undercut. There's no tyre warmers in Formula 2, so it's going to take a couple of laps to warm up those tyres. Well, I say a couple of laps there, of course, we're in beautiful sunshine in Qatar. Normally we race in the night time, which means it'll be cooler track temperatures, albeit still quite toasty. While in the day, it's going to be quite hot track conditions there. So I think the tyre warm-up shouldn't be too difficult. Maybe not as difficult as what it might be in Las Vegas this weekend, of course, which I'm very much looking forward to. It's going to be very good indeed, albeit I'm not looking forward to the fact that I have to get up at 6 o'clock in half 4 in the morning. And I want to get up at half 4 in the morning because I kind of want to see what kind of presentation the driver's going to have to go through to get on the grid. Then I can see the likes of Max Verstappen not enjoying it too much, to be honest. Lewis Hamilton normally likes all the pizzazz and all that kind of stuff, but I'm not sure if Max Verstappen's a fan, is he? So it's going to be very interesting indeed, isn't it? And I think I've already seen a TikTok from Mercedes about that sphere. That is about the new sphere, which it's like an arena, isn't it? Because didn't you too like performing there not too long ago as well? So very cool then, that sphere is. But it is an awful lot of money, isn't it? Into the pits comes Gordo. So Gordo is one of the early drivers to pit there. Changing the notes, can remember, it's one mechanic per tyre. It's not like Formula 1 pit stops where they're over in a flash. But Gordo out of the pits now. Then let's see what he can do. Then that wing change cost him an abundance amount of time. Even with the undercut, I think it's going to be quite difficult for Gordo to get himself back into this race. Simon Green getting loud pedal a bit too aggressively there. Gap at the front is 7 seconds now between the two Campos cars, but this is perfect for Campos, isn't it? This is perfect for Campos now, of course, as this is perfect for Campos now, of course, because they're going to overthrow the karting team in the team's championship. Jenner's got a 3-second penalty. That's not ideal for him or Virtuosi. Movement now is on the cusp of points then, and on the cusp of the pit lane is Toycoin into the pit lane now. in the Ralph Boschon car. And of course, I think Ralph Boschon liked one of our Instagram posts there not too long ago, which was absolutely amazing stuff. I very much nerded out when I heard that. I was absolutely loving it there. Of course, which is quite cool indeed. However, I also heard that, of course, if you tag friends in there, big on Neo, is it Twitter or X now? I think it's X now, isn't it? Sam Green, open to 5th position there, and passes the, oh, does he know? Because R2 Beat is back on the outside there, but Sam Green has the job done. Toy Coin, the race leader for about 7 seconds in front of the rest of the field, is dropped down into 12th position. He should get out in front of Martin there, but Martin is full steam, whilst Toy Coin is still making his way out of the pit lane here. Good overtaking maneuver that. There he is. He's out in front of Martin. Martin will have hotter tyres than Toy Coin, but that is that just shows how long you're on the pit lane. Kaz has got a 3-second penalty, unfortunately, for his Charles. We'll take a look at the penalty situation in a minute. Oh yeah, Fredson. Of course, Fredson, Heinz-Howard Fredson, a former Grand Prix winner, a 3-time Grand Prix winner to be precise, in the 97 San Marino Grand Prix, the 99 Italian Grand Prix, and of course the 99 French Grand Prix as well. The French Grand Prix 99 was absolutely classic if you want to watch that one. Of course, we had a very unique grid as well, didn't we? Because I think Barrichello took a pole position for the Stewart Ford team. Of course, Stewart was just about to be transitioned into the Jaguar team, which then became the Red Bull team then that we know today. It's quite funny how things like that go, doesn't it? I quite like stuff like that. But yeah, Barrichello then pole position there for the Stewart team. I think Jean Lacey was second, wasn't he? Well, was it Panis? Well, I think Panis was fifth, wasn't he? Panis, who maybe one of the most unluckiest drivers. One driver as well. We got a lot of pit activity here. Jinner's in the pits as well. Serious Russian then coming in the pits a lap later then, which is going to allow Moomin and Green there to really spread their wings. And Jinner's got a 5-second penalty. The bronze champion is going to be kicking himself with that one. Of course, remember Jinner, the bronze champion, get promoted up into silver this season. He started off the silver season very well there, but he has had a tough time as of late, hasn't he? Siggers Muck is now in full position. Reflection stayed out there. Same with Kaz as well. Serious Russian is trailing down the pit lane as well. His teammate is already through. Just seen a flash of Toy Coin there on the right hand side of your screen. Here is Mushroom now, and he's out of the pits along with Jinner, but he has a 5-second penalty. Gordo has a 3-second penalty as well. Gordo does. And oh, I think something's happened to Gordo. He's right at the back of the field now, unfortunately, so that's not ideal at all. And now the rest of the drivers comes out the pits. Camera Racer, along with R2 Beat and Nosey as well. They're going to be nose to tail, I think, until the remainder of the season. Nosey then coming in the pits. So that's quite a lot of laps on the medium tires. They should get to the end. Moomin's got a 3-second penalty. That's not ideal for Moomin. Oh dear, oh dear. That's not good at all. Anyway, where's I talking about my story? Oh, with Fredson was like, oh yeah, apparently if you tag Heinz-Howard Fredson and everything on X or Twitter, he will respond to you, which is pretty cool, isn't it? I haven't tried that yet, but I might try to Heinz-Howard Fredson, of course. Maybe not the legends of legends, maybe not a legend of legends in Formula One, but he is, of course, I think that he was certainly a big part of my childhood there, as Fredson was very much ever present on the Formula One grid right up until 2003, I believe. Was his last race for Sauber in 2000? Was it USA, or did he make one more race in Japan? I can't remember now, because I'm sure didn't Massa stand in for Fredson? I can't remember. As now the rest of the grid comes into the pits. Cars are staying out there. I need to talk about the race, don't I? Good gracious. Right, as you can see, I've got attention span for fish then, albeit that's a myth as well, because I don't think goldfish actually have like 5-second memories. I think they have just standard memories, I think then, which I don't know where I read that fact, but it was probably a fact I read during the day while I was trying to concentrate on something at work then. But there you go. Obviously I wasn't concentrating on the right thing, so I was more interested about what a goldfish remembers. Out of the pits now comes Moomin then, and we've also got a couple of other drivers coming out as well then, as they go down into turn 1. Serious Musher all over the back of Jinner. Jinner has gone to the medium tyres there. Of course, Jinner does have a 5-second penalty, so Serious Musher could just sit there and be quite happy with quite content with how things go at the moment there. Martin in front of us has not pitted, nor is Kaz either. There he is then, and we're on lap 10 out of 16 here then. We're well over half distance in the feature race now, as we flick it into the fast part of the circuit. Then Jinner wants to get past Martin as quickly as possible here. He's got to be careful though, because Martin is not going to be on the loud pedal and have the traction as quickly nicely as Jinner there. Jinner now on the outside, then banging wheels again there. Goodness gracious me, gentlemen. On the outside now does go Jinner, and through and up into and up into fourth position there, as I've just read a comment by Gordo there. This is ALR Gold, brought to you by Heinz Hard Friends. I thought Friends was pretty good back in the day. I must have 3-second penalty for Jinner, so that's a major problem now for Jinner. 8 seconds of penalty now for Jinner. That is costly, and I think that's going to be majorly bad now for Jinner, who is on course for a podium at this stage. Kaz has decided to come into the pits. He's had enough of those tyres now, and he's going to go on medium now to the end of the race. And we've just 5 laps to go. Then Martin there is not going to be able to defend the indefensible there. But is Martin staying out? I think he's doing a bit of goal hanging here. On the outside goes Mushroom, passes Martin up in the 5th position. I reckon there's a 3-second penalty for Sam. Now we'll take a look at the penalty situation now. Actually, whoops, and there is the penalty. Jinner's got 11 seconds. Actually, that is going to. I think that could actually remove him out of the points there. Martin with no DRS range, very quick on that start finish straight, almost alongside Mushroom and almost past Mushroom. Now I think the Mushroom would be a bit surprised to have DRS, and Martin's still challenging him there, but Martin is having none of it. Knowlesy all over the back of Movement here, as Movement's got a penalty and starting to struggle then. So Knowlesy could now elevate himself up a few positions, which is crucial in the team's championship. Of course, the Drivers' Championship may look a bit of a I got scared, sorry. The bus outside screeched to a halt. I think so needs all those brakes. The Drivers' Championship may be all but over, albeit it's not tonight as things stand. Toycoin has kept the championship alive for one more week at least, going into Brazil, the second to last race of Formula 2. Of course, we're going to Brazil and then to Abu Dhabi to finish off a classic season in Formula 2. Martin has lost out to Camaro, and now he has let his teammate R2 beat through. Good teamwork there, and Movement's also got past as well. Martin's tyres are probably well past their best now, but Martin is waiting for a safety car, I think, now to really maybe elevate himself through the field, but I'm not sure if that safety car is going to come. Very pristine driving here tonight, I must say. Knowlesy up the inside here, Knowlesy trying to go through, Martin hanging on the outside, but Knowlesy is through and is up into 8th and 7th position. Now Toycoin set another fast lap race. Toycoin is actually on the cusp of scoring every single point available to him in this race. Gordo's off the circuit there. Martin has finally come into the pits there. Gordo is right down the field, and he is recovering now, but it's a nightmare for Gordo, unfortunately, and that is a shame. And Gordo, what did I have for tea? Literally, I got in at about 10 past 7, and I haven't actually had tea yet, so I'm going to be running as quickly as I can after this race, because I don't want to have any nightmares when I go to sleep. Then of course you shouldn't have food after 9 o'clock. Right, well, apparently anyway. RTB in 4th, Camaro 5th, and Movement now in 6th position. Look at this, and Camaro having a look there, and Movement there is still in 6th position. They both got 3-second penalties at this moment now. R2B has got no penalties, and it will be jumping up into 3rd in the race order. And he could potentially be 2nd as well, because he's only half a second away from Serious Mushroom. Serious Mushroom is on the cusp for getting a 1-2 for Campos. Campos is going to score max points as well, which I think this is the perfect weekend for Campos, isn't it? Goodness gracious me, that's a fantastic performance. If Mushroom can keep RGB at bay then for the final stage of this race, which is absolutely incredible, as Moomin just made contact with the back of a camera there. This is good points, major points for Camaro then, if he can hang on. Moomin there would like to elevate himself up the order a bit further, but we have Farf hard charging in the background, and I think us in the flash of Knowlesy. Goodness me, I'd love to see Knowlesy flash, but I mean in the back of the camera. Just I say that, Farf has unfortunately got a 3-second penalty, and that's why I do not name check any drivers, of course. Having a sniff on the inside there, and Football One's live for some reason, I don't know why they are. Goodness me, as, oh gosh, all our non-viewers might flood over to there. Out of the final turn then, and coming to the line then, and Moomin then, is he going to, he's got DRS now, hasn't he? So can he, Camaro is just out of DRS race, and he's going to have a look then. Is he going into turn 1? He is! Yes! Oh no, he isn't now. Has a bit of wheel banging there before accelerating away and up into 5th position goes Movement. Camero's still got a great opportunity with some good points, and him as him and Trident needs these points quite crucially in this race, and 4 laps to go in this one. Look at this, and they're all Constantine down on each other once again, as well as a bit of a slippage there. Farf is going to sneak up the inside. Oh gosh, and Camaro is flicking Farf the bird there. I don't think Camaro's too impressed with that. Farf is on the outside now, and he may have the purchase here. He might have the grip. And look at this, and again, Camaro is not impressed. There is he, and he's now up in the 6th position. Is Farf. Camaro down in 7th as he was forced off the line there slightly, but Camaro dropped down to 7th, but this is crucial point still for Camaro, so he needs to keep out this one. Remember, if Jinner has got 11 seconds of penalties to be added to his time as well, race time as well, there is still major points up for grabs for anyone up and down the field. That Sigismund they're struggling with the understeer on that car, unfortunately. Goodness gracious me. Toy Coin leads. He has a 3-second penalty, but I don't think that's going to harm him too much. Serious Mushroom's only got a 3/10 for a second buffer. Campos could potentially have 2 points for pole position. Fastest lap points in the sprint. The whole 10 and 8 points for the 1-2 in the sprint as well. And then in the feature, the fast lap for Toy Coin and the 25 points as well as 25 points and the 2 points for pole position as well. Plus Serious Mushroom then, who could potentially get the 18 points. However, R2P is homing in on Serious Mushroom there. Almost the perfect event for Campos, which is exactly what Campos needs there to keep their team championship hopes alive. I think the Carling team now, Knowsley will jump up a few positions, well, a lot of positions actually, because there's a lot of drivers that's got 3-second penalties in front of it. And now RGB is into a net 2nd position now. That is crucial, maybe for the team championship potentially. But at the moment, Campos is going to take the lead in the team's championship with an absolutely stupendous performance there. As Sigismund going into the back of Camera again. Camera's not going to be feeling too happy with that, then, are they? As Tango saying, they're making the 90s BTCC look at teams like that. Oh, Jinner's got another penalty there. Jinner is had a great race, didn't he? Up until when they got that 5-second penalty, it's just kind of rolled out of control, haven't they? Then 1990s BTCC, of course, the classic as well. And Murray Walker also in the comments box as well. I must admit, shamefully, I don't know much about the BTCC, the British Touring Car Championship. It kind of. I'm sure it's on Channel 4. That's as much as I know, really. Was it on Channel 4 or BBC? I'm not too sure. Might have been on Grandstand. I'm not too sure about that. Yeah, it certainly used to be on the background there on the Sunday nights, of course. Which is very good stuff indeed. There, I did like the. You may boo me out of the commentary box now, but I did like DTM actually. I used to watch it quite regularly, especially when they had like the likes of Ralph Schumacher and Timo Glock started racing there. Really cool stuff indeed. Then, but I think it was around 2008, 9, and 10. I started watching it. Matthias Ekstrom, I think, was in the car as well. Very good stuff indeed. Then quite pretty cool stuff. I like DTM. I don't know why. Maybe because it was probably always on a channel. I think it's always used to be on a British Eurosport. Maybe. As Farf is going side by side with Moomin now, and he's going to go up and under now. He's going to go up and under now. Farf is of Moomin, not quite. Then he might have a lunch here. Moomin now is going to cover the inside. Don't know. Farf thinks better of it. Goodness me, we've got only 2 laps to go. Good heavens above that. So this race has flown by. Unfortunately for Marston and Gordo, it's been a pretty nightmare race. But hats off to both those drivers for sticking at it. Then I tip my toupee off to you, my good sirs. And you guys are the reason that I am holding it. I decided not to have my ham and cheese roll until after this event then, because that is really cool stuff indeed. That's what I love to see. Drivers sticking at it until the bitter end, which is something which I certainly won't be doing, because every time something goes wrong for me, I pit and quit, and then I go and sulk and probably tuck into something unsavory like a bacon. Farf still hasn't got past. This is a race for positioning because both drivers do have 3-second penalties. Serious Mushrooms back up into 2nd now. Serious Mushrooms with just 1 lap to go. Campos could have the whole shebang of points here. They could have the 2 fastest laps, pole position points. They, of course, they got 1-2 in the sprint and now 1-2 in the feature. If Serious Mushroom can keep out of R2 Pete's clutches, which is the first time ever in ALR Formula 2 that we have had at any team do the whole Grand Slam in Formula 2. That is incredible. Far up the inside, passes Moomin. Moomin went up the inside and then unfortunately outbraked himself and lost out there. Knowlesy's got past Camera as well. Camera's dropping down the order there. I wonder if Camera struggles with tyre wear, but he is very much forcing Knowlesy off the circuit. And Knowlesy there avoiding the sleeping policeman. Are they still called sleeping policemen? I'm not sure. But he had to avoid the who's that off? Who's someone's off? Oh, sorry, it's Gordo. So I was right. It was sick as muck. Then as he's doing a great recovery drive in 6th, 7th position there. One I want to watch more is is it the Ganetta Juniors? I apologise. They really look good while not being too fast. I think BT back in the day, ITV nowadays. Is that the World Cup Stadium you can see in the distance? Yes, indeed. Then I think that's the World Cup Stadium as well. I apologise, Tango, if I completely mispronounced that. I've never heard of that. And so yeah, I might have to Google that afterwards. Let me take a screenshot on my phone. Nope, not yet. Out of the final turn then, and here comes Toy Coin there to keep the championship alive, and he wins the sprint race. That is Toy Coin's 4th sprint race win of the season, and that is a crucial day for Toy Coin, and I think that it is going to be a superb day for Campos, who have got the maximum points ever in a sprint or in a sprint feature. Fastest lap, and the pole position points as well. It's a 1-2 for Campos in both races. With that is absolutely supreme stuff indeed. Campos lead the team's championship. Knowlesy finished in 7th for Carlin, but it's not enough. Toy Coin is still in the championship, but it's still very much a long shot to keep himself in this one there. But we go on to Brazil with not many points left to grab. So, but it is Campos' day here tonight there, and it is. I've got to repeat this because I can't believe I'm saying it. 2 points for pole position for Toy Coin. Fastest lap in the sprint race for Toy Coin. Another point then. 10 points for Serious Mushroom and the win in the sprint. 8 points for Toy Coin with 2nd in the sprint. Then in the feature race, 1 point for fastest lap. 25 points for Toy Coin. 18 points for Serious Mushroom. That is a lot of points. I don't know where Reflections finished. I apologise. I don't think it was in the points though. But to Campos, what an incredible day here in Qatar. Really well done indeed. Fantastic stuff there for the Campos team. And yes, that's Gordo just trying to get himself over the line then to finish off a pretty disappointed day. Hats off though to Martin and Gordo for getting to the end. No retirements in either race, I believe, Ben, which is hats off to the drivers as well. Thank you very much to the 14 drivers that turned up tonight and put on a spectacular show here tonight then. And there's Toy Coin there, punch in the air, and keeps very much keeps his championship hopes alive. But Campos will be very happy with keeping the very much overthrowing the team's championship as well. Very good stuff indeed then. And there's Toy Coin then on top of the podium, his fourth feature race win of the season. I don't think Toy Coin's ever won a sprint, has he? That can't be right. Goodness me. I don't think it is, you know. My goodness gracious me. Right, anyway, enough about that. Let's get on. Let's get the final classification then from the sprint here in Qatar. And Toy Coin, what an incredible event it's been for Campos today. As I said, that is the max points that is available in a Formula 1 event, and Campos has absolutely smashed it. Second position is Serious Mushroom now. Third position, R2 beat then. Fourth position, great recovery from Farfar. Moving in fifth with 6 muck and 6 good points for himself in the PHO. Knowles in 7th, trying to salvage 7th for Carling now, but I think Carling lost the lead in the team championship. Generate fed. Actually, I tell a lie because the fastest that went to Sam Green, which means it is not the whole shebang of points there. So Campos 1 point out there, and Camera Racer really struggled there on those final sets of tyres to finish in 10th position. Kaz 11th, Martin 12th. Reflections I don't think finished 13th, and Gordo in 14th position with almost the highest penalties in ALR history. But I'm sure that mark is still set on 25-second penalties. I'm sure it is. Right then, as I think I've got one driver in the. No, I haven't. I've got two drivers in the commentary box tonight. Let me just make sure. Yes, I have indeed. Then, fantastic. Serious Mushroom. Let's start with you, my good sir. 2 nights. You're talking to me. Goodness gracious me. But that is a superb sprint race event earlier on tonight. Then, what a drive.
Yeah, it's absolutely mental, to be honest. The beginning of it was mental. Hey, if we keep meeting like, I forgot to start dating each other.
I know there's going to be rumours, isn't there? Goodness gracious me. But what a performance tonight, though. Tell us about the sprint race if you can. Then it's as you said. Then it was very chaotic. Then tell us about that sprint if you can.
Well, there's a lot of bumping and banging going on, like, as usual. But these are F2 cars. They're hard to drive, so I wouldn't throw any blame at anybody because they're hard to get your head around and things happen. Personally, I think Kaz should have got it, but
yeah,
there you go.
That was very unlucky for Kaz. I could have blamed Farf on that one, I reckon. But in the end, you was in there to win it, wasn't you? And of course, that incredible 4-car battle in the end of that race. Then, your teammate is involved in the championship challenge. Was you thinking about letting your teammate through, or was you thinking, no, this is my race win? How could you throw away a race win then? Of course, which is on a pedestal for you.
No, I let him through in the sprint, and then he went deep. So I went back underneath him. But I don't know if you've seen it as we come across the line. I thought, he's going to do me over the line, isn't he? He's not going to let me win this. I know he's not. And I know he's got pole as well for the feature race, so he'll disappear. I thought, well, at least give me this, you know what I mean? I don't know if whether he slowed down or whatever, but it just didn't do me by the line, so lucky for me.
Well, I think it was more than luck. It was good judgment indeed. Then, and going on to the feature race, you and your teammate decided to go onto the medium tyres. The majority of the field was on the hard tyres. Did you think you made a mistake on the grid there?
Yeah, I did. Proper, I thought I'd made a mistake. When I seen that Toyn was on the same tyre, but well, it might work out. But then I realised that we've got a pit at the same time as well. But then I saw him pit a lap before me, so I thought I'll just carry on and then I'll come out rather than interfere with it.
But those medium tyres at the beginning of the race, then did they help you like get through all the chaos in the opening couple of stages of that race?
Yeah, but there's some people that weren't willing to let me through, mentioning their names but they just kept turning on the corner and blocking it. So there's nothing like. By the time I did get through, the tyres were basically rubbish. So.
And talking of rubbish, then that gap between yourself and Archer Beat was yo-yoing up and down. Then, how concerned by that gap was you? Was you staring at it like I was?
Yeah, very concerned. I kept thinking, it's gone down to like 2.
Yeah, I had you at a 2.7 at most.
Yeah, 2.8, 2.7, 2.9, 3.
Yeah.
I thought, oh, come on.
It was a nice battle. But then my tires, were hurting. So I made minor mistakes and you were walking away from me in the end. So it was a nice battle with the time penalty. But I also had 2 track limits. So I needed to stay within the white lines. So finish without any penalties and see what's coming. But
yeah,
it wasn't enough to beat you, but it was a nice virtual battle, like to race against something in the I was in the middle of nowhere in the end. So.
But to be fair, I wouldn't have got a penalty if it wasn't for someone was blocking me and I had to try and go wide the next turn to get round him, and that was when I went off, and it gave me. I only had 2 warnings. Oh well, sorry, I only had 1 warning, and the second warning I got a penalty.
Yeah, sometimes you get 2 track limits in one corner. It's really annoying from the game. So but yeah, it is what it is. It was really hard to overtake on this track. Really hard. It was like if you were quicker than someone like a second, it was even hard to just because all the corners are high speed. So it wasn't easy to get alongside each other and without some wheel banging get through. But yeah,
Sean's going to have nothing to ask you in a minute.
Sorry?
Sean's going to have nothing to ask you in a minute. We're doing it ourselves.
Sorry.
No, that's all right.
We can send him away. That's not a problem.
Very good stuff indeed. Well done today, Mushroom. We were a brilliant second position and
Cheers,
a sprint race win as well. Superb stuff. And then R2B, we heard about you banging wheels. Then, could you elaborate on that a bit more? Was that is that how you have to race at F2, or is that just a bit more about the track characteristics tonight?
It's more like the track. It's really the track. It's really hard to go side by side through the corners because the cars are hard to turn with the fixed setups. So, yeah, the track is not wide enough for two cars between the white lines. So yeah, you get some wheel banging because you don't want force someone off the track and the other one doesn't want to do the same. So yeah, you want the same piece of road in the end. And yeah, wheel banging happens. I had the sprint race. I was like, I got a tap on my back and I was standing in the wrong way. Yeah, shit happens. And the same thing happened at the start of the feature race to me. So I had twice bad luck, but I always try to do it cleanly without touching the wheels or the other car. But yeah, sometimes it happens. Like, we're not pros.
And of course, we got Brazil in a couple of weeks' time. No, we got Brazil next week as well. Another track which Formula 2 doesn't normally race on. Then, how challenging is it with these tracks that Formula 2 don't race on? Do you think there's a reason F2 don't race on these tracks, or is it a bit more fun, like going on unique circuits for F2 cars?
Yeah, it's both. Like, some tracks are not like, they don't have the facilities to have like all the cars at the center, but in the end, like, every track has its own challenges, and this one is pretty hard. And Brazil, I think it's easier to like have better battles. Like, you won't get stuck behind someone because of the really long straight you have and the slow middle sector. So I think there are more ways to overtake, and it's nicer to race over there with these cars than in Qatar. But yeah, in the end, it's a challenging track, and who doesn't like a challenge?
And that is the soundbite we are going to use for the opening stages of F2. Thank you very much, RGB, then, for giving us a superb insight to what is going to happen in Brazil. I cannot wait next week for Formula 2. RGB has got my blood pumping. I cannot wait. That is going to be it for Formula 1 and 2 in Qatar. What a week we've had here in Qatar. It's been superb, hasn't it? Indeed, that I've enjoyed every part of the twists and turns we have seen. Sunday we are going to have another sprint race in Formula 1. So sprint race Sunday, Monday, Tuesday for silver, bronze and gold. Then in Circuit of America in Austin, Texas. Cannot wait for that then. Of course, and Brazil from Formula 2 as well. Troy is not champion here tonight. Toy Coin has kept the championship alive and going into Sao Paulo in a week's time. Troy has still got an opportunity to become the first champion of ALR this season then. But can he achieve it next week? We'll see you in Austin. Yes, in Austin. Goodbye.